I want to talk to you about bad credit loan apps that approved massively this year. Okay, let's have a conversation about that. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. First of all, you have Prosper. So if you're looking for a bad credit loan app, think about the Prosper bad credit loan app. This is an app that allows you to actually borrow a maximum of $50,000 if you have bad credit, because they will look at your application. If you have a FICO score of 500, so the loan amount goes from $2,000 to $50,000. You can get it with a minimum FICO score of 500. Okay, so that's really good because Prosper actually allows you, for instance, to change payment dates. You have flexibility there, okay? So there is no prepayment penalty, and you also have a low starting APR. So by the way, the two to $50,000, you're able to repay it within 2 to 5 years. So that's really good, 2 to 5 years. And the starting APR actually is 7%. So that's really low. So Prosper, fantastic. Okay. One thing I want to say here is that when it comes to Prosper, what I love very much as a bad credit app is that you have financial guides and tools within the app. You have a loan estimator, and you also have a pre-qualification process possible. So if you are scared about losing more points on your FICO score on your already low FICO score, you can go to Prosper, because Prosper has a soft pull process. So the soft pull is the pre-qualification process. That way you are preserving your FICO score, right? You're not exposing your FICO score right off the bat. So you go through the process, and they see how much you could qualify for. Of course, pre-qualification, it doesn't mean qualification, doesn't mean you get a loan right away, but at least you have an idea of how much you could qualify for if you were to apply for real. Okay, so this is really good. And one thing I want to say here is that you have the possibility to be approved within 1 to 3 business days. Okay, 1 to 3 business days, even with how much you want, and your prior borrowing history. If you're looking for another bad credit loan app that approves and fund massive loans within 24 hours, I want you to think about Upgrade. So Upgrade actually is a pretty good bad credit loan app, because Upgrade will look at your application if you have a minimum FICO score of 550. So the minimum goes from 550 to 600, and with Upgrade you can actually get anywhere from $1,000 to $50,000. Now, one thing I want to say is that if you have bad credit, you are not going to get a maximum amount. No, they're not giving you the maximum loan amount. Okay, but still, you get one to, or maybe 25%. I mean, 25,000 or even 30,000. In terms of estimated APR, you are looking at 8.49% to 36%. Okay, so this is something that's really good, and you have to repay this within 2 to 7 years. Okay, so this is really good. So if you think about Upgrade, you have a low minimum APR, right? You saw it like 8.49%. That's pretty low. If you have bad credit, you can really consider yourself lucky if you're ever get that low of an APR. So basically, you have a low minimum APR, and Upgrade does allow joint applications. So maybe this could be an opportunity for you to get a lower APR and a higher loan amount. And also, there is a rate discount for checking account customers. So Upgrade is trying to really push a banking solution to the market. So they're offering checking accounts. Okay, they have a partnership with another FDIC, or 1 or 2 or 3 FDIC insured banks, to start pushing checking solutions to clients. Okay. On the flip side, with Upgrade, if you're looking for a bad credit loan app that approves and funds massive loans within 24 hours, you do have to account for you need to account for the origination fee. Okay, you also have a late fee, and you have a returned check fee, and you also have a high APR cap. So, but the cool thing is that they fund within 24 hours. So Upgrade will fund you within 24 hours, and this can be this is wonderful in terms of flexibility. you're looking for a bad credit loan app that approves and funds massive loans within 24 hours, I want you to think about Lending Point this year. Lending Point. So Lending Point is a great bad credit loan app that approves and funds massive loans within 24 hours. So in terms of the estimated APR, you are looking at 8% all the way to 36%. So Lending Point will give you a maximum loan amount of $36,500. They will start you at 2,000. So 2 grand all the way to 36.5 grand. And in terms of the repayment window, you are looking at 2 to 6 years. So 2 to 6 years, okay. And minimum credit score goes from 550 all the way to 600. So if you think about Lending Point, I want you to think about a lender that's very flexible because there is no prepayment penalty. You have a low minimum credit score, and you have the option to change the payment date too. So that's really good from a flexibility point of view. On the flip side, co-signers are not allowed. There is an origination fee. There is a high maximum APR, and this bad credit loan app is not available in every state. So maybe where you are at in your city and state, you might not have the app. You may not be able to download the app itself. Okay. One thing for sure, if you think about Lending Point, I want you to think about a loan app that's primarily for subprime borrowers or borrowers who want to pay off their loans early. So this is kind of cool, okay? So you have auto pay, you have mobile pay, you have free credit score monitoring, and you also have a pre-qualification tool if you were to go with Lending Point, okay? And this loan app actually funds with it within 24 hours, okay? That's really good. And one thing I want to say also is that just be aware that there is an origination fee of up to 8%. So this is actually 8% less money that you will get. But hey, listen, it's still worth it because there are some lenders that charge you up to 12% in origination fees. So 8% is still decent. If you're looking for bad credit loan apps that approve and fund massive loans within 24 hours, I want you to think about Upstart this year. And Upstart actually does a great job in terms of giving you the money within 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours, 12 to 18 hours. That's really fantastic. So the estimated APR here goes from 4% all the way to 36%. Can you imagine that? 4%. That's a very low APR. That's really fantastic. So loan amounts here, you're looking at 1,000 all the way to $50,000. So 1,000 all the way to $50,000. Okay, and the minimum credit score is around 500. 500. So what are the pros and cons here? The pros, you have the option to choose and change the payment date. So this is kind of cool. This is really good in terms of flexibility, right? So you can choose and change the payment date. You have low minimum APR, and you also have fast funding. So the fast funding, it can be within 12 hours all the way to 24 hours. But don't forget that with Upstart, you do have a high origination fee, you have a high maximum APR, and co-signers are not allowed. So basically, if you have a low credit score and you need a co-signer, you're not going to get it. You're not going to be allowed to present, if you were to present this co-signer through let's say through the application process. So basically, for like Upstart is great for limited credit borrowers looking for an early payoff. Okay, this bad credit loan app allows you to actually get cash real fast. Okay, real fast. Just be aware of some of the fees they have. Okay, so they have origination fee up to 10%. They have a late payment fee of 5% of the past due or $15, whichever is greater. You have $15 check refund fee, and you have a $10 paper copy fee. So this is really good from a flexibility point of view. Okay, so but you gotta have a full-time job or a job offer though to actually apply through this lender. Okay, and you must not have any delinquent accounts open. If you're looking for a bad credit loan app that approves and funds massive loans within 24 hours, I want you to think about Achieve. So Achieve is another loan app that you can really use for bad credit loan applications. Okay, and the APR, the estimated APR, goes from 8% all the way to 30%, all the way to 30%. And Achieve is a pretty generous lender. Why? Because they are giving you a maximum loan amount of $50,000. So it goes from $5,000 all the way to $50,000. Okay, minimum credit score 520. So it goes from 520 to 620. And you do have joint applications allowed, so that's really good. You have competitive starting APR. There is no prepayment penalty, and you also have a same-day decision. So you have a possibilities baked in the whole process here. So on the flip side, you have a high minimum loan amount. There is an origination fee, and you have a high maximum APR. Like you have a 29%. I mean 30%. Okay, so basically, if you think about Achieve, think about a lender or an app, a bad credit loan app that's great for borrowers with with poor to fair credit, looking for larger loans. Okay, so with Achieve, what you get is that you have lender perks such as a qualified co-borrower discount. You have a retirement asset discount. You have direct pay discount. You have a pre-approval tool, so you have the possibility to have a soft pull instead of a hard pull. You have a week-long customer support from Monday through Sunday, and you can set your payment date. Okay, if you get approved, and you have an origination fee that goes from 2% all the way to 7%, 2 to 7%. Okay, and you can be approved within 24 hours. That's really fantastic. That's really great from a flexibility, but also speed point of view. So if you're looking for a bad credit loan app that approves and funds massive loans within 24 hours, think about the Lending Club. So Lending Club is actually a great app for you to really try if you are looking for bad credit loan apps. Okay, they fund within 24 hours. They approve within 24 hours too, as long as you meet the qualifications. Okay, so APR goes from 10% all the way to 36%. The loan amount you are looking at 1,000 all the way to 40,000. The terms you have the term you have 3 to 5 years, so you are paying the loan within 3 to 5 years maximum. And so this is really good from a flexibility point of view. Minimum credit score starts from 500 to 560. Okay, so loan amount maximum, again, I want to insist on that. You have a 1,000 all the way to $40,000. So what are the pros and cons of this bad credit loan app? The pros first. Joint application is available. You have a flexible payment date and direct debt consolidation disbursement too. So on the flip side, you have a high maximum APR, potentially high origination fee, and the late fee is actually not specified. Okay, so that's really good here. So if you are struggling to find a lender that will let you borrow at a good rate, you might need to enlist the help of a co-borrower. So not every lender offers the option to do this, but Lending Club lets you submit a joint application to help you qualify for a better interest rate. So this is a good possibility to explore. So what are the lender perks here? You have the option to change the payment date. You have the direct debt consolidation payment to creditors. So, and you also have joint applications available. So pretty good bad credit loan app. Okay, but just don't forget that you have a 3 to 8% origination fee. So this can be a little too much for some borrowers. But hey, listen, it is what it is. They have to make money, right? I mean, so they're charging 3 to 8% origination fee, and there is also a 5% late payment or $15, whichever is greater. Okay, so the time to receive funds 24 hours all the way to 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours. So that's something to really think about. Okay, so as a national bank, Lending Club is able to issue loans in all 50 states and Washington, D.C. So wonderful. you're looking for a bad credit loan app that approves and funds massive loans within 24 hours, I want you to think about Happy Money. So Happy Money is another bad credit loan app that approves you real fast, okay? And I want to introduce it to you this year. So really, you have a loan amount that goes from $5,000 all the way to $50,000. You're looking at 11% all the way to 25%, okay? And minimum credit score, you're looking at 500 all the way to 525. So that's really good. Now, there is no late fee or prepayment penalty. So money management tools on the website and low minimum credit score. So this is something to really think about. On the flip side, actually, funding can take up to 6 days in some states, okay? Because they don't have this sort of standard, this sort of uniform disbursement speed in all states. So this could be a bummer, okay? So basically, you also have an origination fee. And this loan, Happy Money, can only be used for credit card debt consolidation. So you want to use this bad credit loan app if you are looking to pay off credit card debt, okay? So something to really think about. You have the possibility through the app actually to check your rate in under 2 minutes. You can access the financial wellness tools. You can increase your credit score in just 4 months, and you also have personalized attention. But they're charging you an origination fee of up to 5%. So just be aware of that. Another bad credit loan app I want you to really think about that approves real fast within 24 hours. You have Avant. So Avant allows you to get $2,000 all the way to $35,000 at 10% to 36%. So you have to repay the loan within 1 to 5 years, okay? So there is no prepayment penalty, and they also accept a low minimum credit score. So this is really good. Minimum credit score, 500 all the way to 550, okay? So, but unfortunately, co-signers are not allowed. They have a high maximum APR, and there is an origination fee. So this is a bummer. And finally, you have a Best Egg. So if you are looking for a bad credit loan app that approves and funds massively within 24 hours, think about Best Egg. Best Egg is giving you a maximum loan amount of $50,000. So the loan range from $2,000 all the way to $50,000. And you're looking at 8% all the way to 36%. Minimum credit score, you're looking at 500 to 550. Okay, that's really good. So you have a range of loan amounts. There is no prepayment penalty. And you also have unsecured loans available. Okay, this is really good. So basically, if you want to access online resources and financial tools and you have bad credit, think about Best Egg. So Best Egg will really take care of you, not a problem. On top of that, there is a pre-qualification tool available. You have the option to change your payment due date, and you also have free financial wellness tools, okay? Don't forget that you have an origination fee that goes from 1% to 9%, okay? And you have a $15 return payment fee to really think about, okay? So, and you get approved real fast too. As a recap in today's conversation, I spoke to you about bad credit loan apps that approve and fund massive loans within 24 hours. So you have Prosper, Upgrade, Lending Point, Upstart, Achieve, Lending Club, Happy Money, Avant, and Best Egg. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.